And welcome again to High Vibe Channeling on this May 10th, Mother's Day, 2026. And today we have the good graces and high energy of Brother Francis Revels-Bey and his Higher Realm Collective. He is a proficient meditation teacher, numerologist, and spiritual counselor with over 50 years of experience and has taught over 40 different metaphysical topics and written 7 books. Amongst the wonderful beings which he brings in include Akhenaten, Nefertiti, Ascended Masters, the Angel of Grace, as well as his mother, Grace, his grandma Charlotte, and many others, including hybrid children. He also teaches students how to be heart-centered when they meditate so they can make direct connection with their higher self, and teaches creative pathwork meditation at the resonant Essentials Esoteric School of Metaphysics in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And one of his highlights of his career is founding Circle of Grace One in honor of Mother Grace in July of 74. And you can find out more about him on his website, www.circleofgrace1, the number one.us. And if I left anything out, he has the ability to fill it in. And thank you and welcome back, Brother Francis. And
You're
yes,
welcome.
I have my selenite, so I passed the test.
You passed the test. Yeah, you can always email me. I think I keep forgetting to say that I dropped the website, so they can
Oh,
just email me at iam.circleofgrace1@gmail.com, and I'll send them the different ways they can follow me.
yeah. Thank you
Or
for
they go
that.
to YouTube.
I will update my bio. And thank you. Make a note of it. Okay.
Okay, tune in. Greetings, everyone. I'm Benel from Sirius. We are happy that you all have gathered in this moment today. Most of your awarenesses are being honed so that you can be of greater service in the world. We love in our energetic way that you continue to expand. All of you are part of the hybrid children, and many of you will begin to meet more and more and more. It's sort of like if I was living in your earth plane, it'd be like you're lining up to take a bus and there's more buses coming and more buses and more buses and more buses. So before you get on, all of these hybrids jump off and they gravitate toward whoever they're supposed to be with. And so we see you all expanding your knowledge, your awareness. But I'm here today to also let you know that you do whatever is necessary to take care of your physical form and how it is linked into your emotional, mental, and spiritual, because it is now known, and which all of you have been experiencing in the earthly realm, that everything is speeding up rapidly. And sometimes you're going to feel like your physical form is tearing apart. You're going to have this in your world, this overwhelming feeling to itch. And that's because the energies are expanding through you as well as into the elements around you. So whenever you are picking up that you need rest and you feel like you have to sleep for days on end, my advice is you do that. The more that you pay attention to these messages that come to you, the greater you will have the capacity to handle a lot more energy. So that's why you find you changing. You'll change, the way you eat, the way you exercise, walk, you name it. It's going to shift. And there will be a point where you don't even remember what you were doing, where you were, because you'll be in high demand and you'll be moving swiftly. And many times when you think that you are asleep, you're not. You're just in and out of higher frequencies and realms or dimensions. And this will be good for you to remember. Many of you, as we see from where we are, that you have a longing to, we'll use the term investigate the various realms. And I say that do that. Let your hybrid childlike nature that is within you to walk into those various halls and receive as much as you can. Even if you only had a small element, a small experience, that is just as large as someone who collected 10 or 12. It's all energy anyway. Your will bring to mind that your dreams are wide open. So sometimes you will not be able to tell the difference between the waking state and the dream world. So do not be alarmed if you find yourself laying down one moment in what you call your living room and waking up in another moment in a cabin in the sky, so to speak, because you're traveling back and forth that fast and you're getting information that fast and you're absorbing so much information because you're remembering that you're no longer this earthly form with limited capacity. You are expanding into, we will say, your divine body, your light body. You just not have been able to hold it long enough so that you can have the full experience. But that will come. You don't have to rush into doing that. It's just something that you need to gradually acclimate yourself to that frequency. It's like being in water and then you decide to grab a socket. But here's the thing. You might think from the human sense, I'm going to be shocked to death and that's it. Nah, as a light figure, you're just going to go, wow, look at this. It's probably a cool sensation. But next time, I'll dry the body off a little bit more so I don't have all of that water mixing with that much electricity because water is a conduit for electricity. So you will learn all these various nuances. In this moment, the cells in your body are going through a change as well. You will notice some of these changes in your physical appearance. Your question might be, well, what would that be? You're going to start looking a little younger. You're going to feel like you haven't aged over the age that you are, and then you're going in reverse gradually. You will have more energy than you can imagine. If you were, let's say, dealing with some form of arthritic condition, all of a sudden it's not there anymore because you've learned to let go of all the fears and all the doubts and sometimes all the unnecessary questions that come with you in the human form. So you're beginning to remember that you are truly a higher being. I may suggest that when you are in touch with your greatest self, which is the higher self, is that you go deeply within that so that you become more of the higher self in what you call the earth. The more people that are able to do that and to remember to do that will create a greater anchor and balance. So when you are at home or you're outside and you're wondering, are you ready to experience contact? You're going to hear it from inside. You're going to hear beings communicating with you. And some may even say, we say in a joking sense, move 2 inches to the left, please, or 3 inches to the right, please. And you're going like, why do I have to move? And then you see this energy come into your space and you go, oh, let me move 3 inches to the right. So it's not on top of me and I'm not on top of it or I'm not under it. So we say that in a humorous manner that all things are in motion. And many people are going to feel like they aren't communicating, or maybe they're not a candidate. Never think that. See, all of you are candidates. All of you hold the remembrances. It just comes at a different time when the alignments are truly set up around you as well as inside of you. People ask me, well, how do you prepare? How have you prepared to meet us? We do the same thing you do. We romp, we play, we investigate, we study, we consume, and then we sleep. But our sleep time is very, very short. And I mean short. You might look at us and say, how did you get so much energy and you were only in that position for 15 or 20 minutes our time? Well, 15, 20 minutes is short for you. 15, 20 minutes on our zone could be 15 months that we're in that position because we're receiving and we're releasing and we're adjusting the things that we're letting go of and the things that we're receiving are being recalibrated on a different level for us. You will always have something to do. People in your world will say, I need a job. And then when you get the job, I don't like this job. This is not the job that I want. According to that newspaper, it says I'm supposed to do this, this, and this. They got me over here training people. I'm not a trainer. But in our world, everybody's a trainer. Everybody can teach. Everybody can heal. Everybody can do just everything. But it's learning how to acclimate to the moment. Just stay fixated on the moment. Staying present, just being where you're at. And allowing yourself to release the doubt. Doubt is perhaps one of your biggest hurdles beyond fear. And fear is a form of doubt as well. And all those things are opposite the unconditional love, as you call it, in your realm. So the more you love yourself, the more you'll love your environment, the more you'll love the beings coming in touch with you. And it goes on and on and on. And then you recognize, oh, there's appears to be some people who lost. They're doing things that could be agitating others. Well, some are lost and some signed up for that program. Because when they signed up for it, they read the fine print. And the fine print says there's a group of people, hundreds and thousands of people who are going to be channeling, and we need you to agitate the water so they step all the way out and show their light. And when they step out and show their light, they don't have to go backwards anymore. They just keep going forward and expanding. However, there are always a few that experience the power in pressing people's buttons, and they stay in that room a little too long. But they sooner or later realize they're not supposed to be in there doing that. And some of them will just walk away. Don't worry about where they went. They just needed to separate and regroup. You'll see them at a higher vibrational flow for themselves. And sometimes you may not even recognize them that that's who they are. They won't even remember who they used to be. The same with all of us. There will be times when you're not going to remember anything. Don't fret. Don't get upset. You're being recalibrated for the moment that you're about to step into. Sometimes you're going to have a lot of questions. What am I supposed to do? We'll say it to you this way. You're going to go out with your friends. What should I wear? Should I wear this, this, this? Should I use this color, that color? Should I freshen up? Should I do that? And there's the higher self. You don't need any of that. Just go. Just go because you all have a special mission. You need to set up in these quadrants. Don't worry about how you're going to look in these quadrants. We just need you to get into these quadrants and anchor. That's what you're doing. So each one of you, in your own way, is anchoring. This whole group is anchoring some other group, and that group is anchoring another group that's 10,000 miles away somewhere. And then there's people say, well, I don't have anything to do. You're not supposed to. We will call you when you're going to have something to do. Enjoy your time off. And people will say, I've been off for like 2 or 3 years. I'm not going to remember anything. And then they get called into place and they stay in the moment and then they begin to remember. And now they're off again. Things, it's like the juggler tossing one ball, two balls, three balls, four, five, six, seven balls, and they just keep doing it. You've seen jugglers; they go grab a chainsaw and flip that with a sword and a ball and bouncing plates on their head. He said, "You're like that too. You're multitasking, so don't worry. You will always be prepared for the right moment at the right time. When you're not doing anything, enjoy that time." Because you're also being adjusted again for something else that you have, in essence, from your higher self, agreed to come in to do to maintain a balance or to help unlock frequencies new frequencies that have not even been put into motion yet. So all of you are doing great. We applaud you from where we're at. You might ask where I'm at. I'm in a beautiful blue dome of energy here in Sirius, and I can see all the way around. Panoramic view, as you say. I can pull the screen and I can see everything and everyone. And the beauty of that is we are always minding our business. Yeah, we can see, but we don't go like this. Wow, what's Wanda doing? We don't do that. It's not our business. Whatever she's doing, a beautiful soul, she's doing. She's put in this world, she came into this world, and she's doing it. So we don't worry about who's doing what. We just keep working on ourselves, making ourselves better so that everything runs smoothly. And one last thing before I slide off. Speak into your own life. Speak over your own life. Get in the habit or routine of doing that because that's going to further help you manifest your truth in this zone, into this world. So I'm going to slide away. And the reason why I say that is because there's others coming. I'm so glad to be here. My mother Grace, Grandma Charlotte is by my side. And we are here totally in honor to all of you. We are learning, just like you are, in these other frequencies. And that's another reason why when you take, quote unquote, a nap or you go to sleep, you are going into these other realms, huge galactic universities, lots of material to help you graduate, to help you anchor, to help you expand, to help you feel more, if I may create a word, beautified, meaning you're beautiful now and be even more beautiful as time goes on. We were listening to what Benel said. Speak over your own life. We want you to set that tone when you awaken from your sleep or even from a short nap. We want you to speak a reality image into place for yourself. And you do that right after you come out of your moment of sleep and you go into meditation and you stay open in that meditation into your higher self. And as you begin to open your eyes, you speak what you would love to experience that day. You're setting the tone of how your day can be for yourself. As you do that, you will notice that you have more control over things coming up around you. So you won't respond to just anything that pops up in front of you. In other words, let's say you drive your car somewhere and you decide to go get gas, as they say. And someone approaches you and say, "Hey, do you need any help?" Before you say yes or no, feel the energy of those words. Many people can get robbed because someone is that close to them, sees them turn their back or take their card or take their money and or notice the a wallet is in the car, push them out the way, grab the car and run. We use a scenario like that is always be alert because when you speak into your own life, you're reading situations long before they reach you. You can leave your house and decide, I'm going to pick up my neighbor or friend down the street because I promised them that I would. But when you do, you decide to go a different route. And they go, well, how come we're going a different route? And something tells you to do that. And then you find out later the direction you were heading in, a jam, traffic jam, an accident, you know, could be a very bad accident. You would have been right in the middle of it. So you do have to listen to every part of your being so that you will always be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, meeting the right people, or just being where you need to be. Because not only are you a trailblazer, you're an inventor, you're an artist, you're an anchor, and sometimes you have to go into another zone to be an anchor. And you'll say, well, there's nothing out here. There's energy out there. And you have the ability to interpret that energy and utilize it in a way that's very helpful for people that are probably within 100 miles of that spot, 50 miles within that spot. So you're going to be utilized in different ways. Always work on yourself. That's essential. Work on any fears that you think you might have or any doubts, learning how to let go. One of the most important parts is do not be hard on yourself. Don't be angry at yourself when you don't understand something or you feel like you're repeating a lesson. Think like a weightlifter. You can lift 30 pounds or 300 pounds. You might have to lift 30 pounds, 1,000 reps to get something out of it, where you lift 30 pounds just twice. Still, it's moving energy. Still, the body is being impacted by weights and repetition. Your thoughts are constantly going all the time. You're thinking all the time. You're feeling all the time. You're sensing all the time. You're recording information all the time. Your body does it for you naturally. Many, many, many months ago, I was here and I mentioned something where I said, pay attention to everything you see for a short moment. Let's say, here's another example of it. You go shopping, department store. You see all these things in each aisle. When you get to the end of the aisle, close your eyes and see if you can remember what stood out in your mind in that aisle. It is the same with all the thoughts traveling through your brain, all the blood cells traveling through your body, recording information. You do this all the time. So, watch what you record, watch what you choose to record, what you choose to think about, what you choose to embrace. Your whole scope is changing. You are waking up every day and you're hearing thoughts. How many of you have remember waking up and hearing a radio, a tune, and you look around your house, you don't have a radio on, but you're ready to go outside and here's a car playing the tune that you just heard. That's amazing. That's how far you are growing. You're plugged in so deeply to the environment that you can hear something else that someone is playing in their car. Imagine when they play something and they decide, I'm going to play this for this house that I'm going to Go right past. They need to hear this music. There are some beings that can do that. They know exactly what you need. But you might go, well, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna have me some ice cream, and they go, nah, I'm gonna take you over here to the herb shop. You're gonna get an herb shop, and you're gonna get some juices, and you're gonna make your own stuff. And then you figure, okay, I gotta make this stuff. But then you enjoy making it because it was healthier. You got rid of the craving because in the end, you didn't need the sweet thing. You just needed the recipe to pay attention, to control the craving, to step into something new that maybe you had no idea you could do. And then next thing you know, everybody in your house is going, what you doing today? I'm making a smoothie. I'm juicing. You've never done that before. I know, but it's fun. And you're just making and making and making and making and making and making. I say all that because you are everything. And many of you are going to begin to embrace that fact about yourself. Many of you are going to go off to sleep one night and say, I would love to go to a certain part of this universe. And then you're going to think, well, why do I have to go way out there? If I'm a part of the universe, I just need to go inside my body. Maybe that part of the universe is being contained by my right forearm. And I go inside my right forearm and I see the messages and I see the experiences and I see the beings. And then, something says I need to go to where my left foot is, another extension of the universe. And I'm walking through Lyra and I'm having the experience there. And why did I say it that way? Because your body is absorbing information all the time. You have eons upon eons of information inside of you. All you have to do is go within and catch the experience, catch the remembrance. You need to allow yourself to always remember who you truly are. My brothers and sisters, you are pure light consciousness. And as changes and frequencies get raised up, your personal vibration raises up, you will get a flash of light. You may wonder, where's that light coming from? It's you. For a moment in your world, you will see a glimpse of your true self. Embrace what you see, what you feel. Do not let doubt or fear or illusion get into you from old days or times. Because if you do, you'll see that light and try to run. Can you imagine yourself trying to run out of your house and your higher self is go, wait, it's me. You're steady running from that part of yourself. So the flash will pop up and you realize it's you, the higher self. The higher self is coming back to collect itself through all dimensions, times, and realms. And again, this is not a race. It's not a contest. One of you might get it, three of you might get it, and the rest is just sitting there. It's not a contest. Remember, you are all anchors. And there's a bigger joy anchoring the whole thing as it is being out front. You remember when you were children and you asked us as parents to buy you a kite? Mommy and daddy would be out there unraveling that string, and he's got the kite, and then the gust of wind comes, and if you don't hold on to it, bye bye kite. Bye bye balloon. Other times it gets stuck in the trees, and you go like, it's stuck in the tree. Then there was a kid that was always inquisitive. They loved climbing trees. I got it. They go up there and get down your kite for you. You're very much like that. Soon you'll be collecting all parts of yourself. I think what I'm supposed to also tell you today, since I'm in this realm of consciousness, when that moment comes called transition and you leave this earthly plane, everything that you have acquired goes with you, and everything that's in this body stays behind. That which stays behind are the trace minerals that are connected to this zone. That's why they'll show you images of a light form leaving the body. It's taking the other mineral sources that are in light back into those different realms. So the body gets lighter, then you get lighter, and then you are free of the physical form. I say this because when people experience the so-called funerals and so forth, people have been trained for centuries to go back to the gravesite and talk to their parents and their loved ones. They ain't in there. It's just body breaking down. And the trace minerals will go, why are you here? They're not in here. They're outside around you, looking at you like, why are you going over there? So we want you to get this in your mind. Now, if someone said, well, how come you didn't come and show up at the funeral? You don't have to. You need to tell that person, when they were born, I was not. When they were born and I was here, I did not know them. I did not come into the world with them. I don't owe them anything. They don't owe me anything. We're spiritual. We're light beings. We're going to see each other anyway. Your only reason for going to sleep every day is practicing that moment. And when you get up, do you worry about, how you went to sleep? What do you remember? Your dreams. That's what you remember. Have no fear about your transition. Be joyful whenever it comes up because you're free. You go back into that world. There are some people say, I can't wait to go home. Now, I don't rush that either. Sometimes the many mansions that are being built ain't done yet. So you rush to get out of the body to get there, and you have no place to be, right? So we don't want you to rush anything. When you're here, enjoy it the best way that you can. But keep in mind, every little increment of experiences is preparing you to go back in the light, the consciousness of your divinity. This is why when you meditate, you're bringing all of that energy that you're meditating upon right into this physical plane because you're supposed to. And the more light that you gather into this physical plane, the stronger your spirit is going to be, the greater your spirit is going to be. Do you know that people say a higher self and the soul are one and the same? They're two different things. They're not really the same. Just like you have an aura for your physical body, The soul is the aura for the higher self. Just like people say the divine prime creator has sent all these infinite thoughts out into the universe. Your higher self has sent the soul out to collect information. Then it brings the soul back and it analyzes it and sees what information has been picked up and it sends it out again to pick up more information or deposit seeds of itself around so that you can recognize yourself. All we want you to do, as in my mother, Grandma Charlotte, was like, can't wait to get here. And I'll let her say that part, reiterate it again, but I'm going to say it first. You're planting seeds all the time so that when you are moving through this earthly plane, other times when you come back, you recognize the seed. You know, there's no accident you're finding gems and money and other items on the earth. Someone left them or you left them for you to find them yourself. And then you tune into that vibration and it helps you remember something else about your truth of who you are. You're planting seeds all the time. So, my last word, don't worry so much. There's a tune in my head you all have heard. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. The tune didn't say be happy later. It says be happy now. Wake up with a song in your heart. Wake up with poetry within yourself. Set the tone of your day so that it goes accordingly. And you meet whom you're supposed to meet, converse with whom you're supposed to converse with. But most of all, you are light. You're not this. So we're going to let Grandma Charlotte come through here. You have the ability to communicate with all of nature. The spirits of fire, air, water, and earth are still available for you to communicate with. Make that connection stronger. The reason you see all this technology out there, some of it is good, but some of it is designed to cut you off from nature. There's no accidents now that they have these little fake insects or real insects attached to different things and controlling them. Do you know that they're controlling bees? Without bees, humankind can't really live on the earth. But now they got people manipulating the bee, got the bee out of cycle, working all the time. Bee's not supposed to be working all the time. Bee has its own cycle, just like ants have their cycle. Birds have their cycle. You have your cycle. When they take the bees out of the element, that's bad news. So, what does the bee kingdom need you to do? Please go over to Queen Bee, Spirit, and communicate. Let her know that you are aware of these things and that you will find a way in your own time to create the balance. What they fail to realize is all creatures think, all creatures feel within their essence. I always used to ask my mother, what if a bee don't feel like stinging you? There are a species of bees that don't sting. They're known as Osamaya, old word, Osamaya, meaning mud wasp. They just bite, little bite, but they don't sting you. Their little biting is a little defense mechanism for themselves. All things stink. You can go talk to the ant kingdom, bee kingdom, worms. You can talk to everything. Everything's just waiting for you to have a communication with it. See, back in the day when your ancestors were doing it, when you were doing it as a child, things were fluid for you because you were communicating with nature. There was no accidents. The boys and girls would, pick up a skunk and bring it home, and mom and dad go, "Oh, it's a skunk. What are you doing? Oh no, it's a cat. No, it's not a cat. It's a skunk. No, 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 it's a cat. See, because the child saw the cat in the skunk, and the skunk is going like, "I'm a skunk, but I'm not going to spray this little baby." That would be cool. I'll just pretend I'm a cat to her. I'm kind of enjoying this cuddly thing that she's doing with me that no one does with a skunk. Children having the remembrance, communicating with nature. Hybrid children are here to get you back into communicating with nature, to do what is natural. Don't worry, lots of them are coming. Lots of them are already here. And don't be surprised if you hear a little noise in your house. They're coming through there to see what's in there. But they're not trying to be disruptive. They just know, oh, I'm supposed to be with this person today. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see if it causes me to remember something from my realm. This communication with hybrids is definitely, definitely real. You all are experiencing it all the time. And it's a reminder that you have a connection as well. We want you to pay attention to things that you see on your screen, whether it's this mechanism, whether it's the TV or the movies. Pay attention. All kind of messages flowing through these things. But especially TV, laptop, desktop. You know that if your phone is on or too close to you and you blurt out a thought, and then you go on your phone and says, how's that image get there? I was thinking about weight equipment or something. And all of a sudden I turn on my phone, here's these series of ads about weight equipment. Like somebody's controlling my phone. How is it that's going on? Everything is being manipulated around you because it is hard to do what? Manipulate you. So let's take those things that are extensions that you use and play with them, see if you're aware or not. So when you have those kind of experiences, I want you to realize that you are a master, and other elements know this. And they're constantly trying to figure out how to get inside you and take your frequency and join it with something else to do something that they want to do that they're not supposed to do. This is why the oldest tools in the world are prayer and meditation. Those old technologies build up your vibration and frequency. And we want you now to get it as high as you can. Even in the course of a day, if you're tired, he said, well, I'm just going to go off to sleep. You can program yourself to go into prayer or meditation, and your higher self will show up and then do the work for you and let your physical body rest. And then when you awaken, even in the middle of the night, the higher self said, don't worry, I need you to go back to sleep. I need you to get a glass of water, maybe make some tea. Oh, you want to do some coffee? Oh, you can do that too, but don't make it so strong. I don't want you to be awake. I got everything else. So when you wake up, I just feed it right back to you. Many people have been targeted, but that's also the other reason why contact is coming to break those chains so that you are no longer enslaved by the craziness of humankind. They're going to start communicating on a higher level with you. So don't worry. You walk out your home or you sit in your living room and you look through the window. You're studying the moon, you're studying the sky. Information coming. You don't have to use the term I'm downloading anymore. No, you got the archives on the inside. You're uploading. Nobody's going to be able to read your Akashic records once you understand you're the walking library. You're the librarian of your own Akashic records. And the reason why I say this, because sometimes many people go into other groups to learn and to meditate. People that run those groups, when they see your light and your energy, sometimes not all are nice folks, you know. Sometimes they want to take your energy and manipulate it and play with it, see how they can utilize it. People will say, oh, you don't need to protect yourself. Well, yeah, you do. You do need to protect yourself. You know, there was a time when cars were made, you didn't have a seatbelt. And then someone realized you need a seatbelt. You need one this way and one this way so that they're locked in. If you got hit either way, you can stay there and not go through the front, right? You can shield this way, this way, this way, and this way. Because no one is really supposed to be in your space unless you want them to be there. I just say this not to create fear with you or worry that many times when we see you go to sleep, those of us that have connections with you, we make sure that you're protected, that no one is going into your field while you're asleep. There are many people from old fashioned ways that do that. See, everybody is vying for that space called 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. That's the time when you get up and you can do your prayers or your meditations. That's the time when people are seeking strategic maneuvers to see how they can control this group of people, that group of people, these children here or there. But when you wake up and understand, I have a connection to the hybrids, huh? I have a connection to the tall whites. I have a connection to Akhenaten and Nefertiti and the Sirius and the Lyrians. That's because you're on a whole different frequency, whole different time schedule. There's reasons why you're up at certain times in the night. There's reasons why you choose to sleep broad daylight and just relax because you're on a different frequency now. You're getting closer and closer and closer to have a dance with your higher self where you become the higher self. That's what all these shenanigans are for. We got to disconnect them. We got to hide these elements so they don't walk into their higher self. Because once they do, we have no control. And all they need is just a few of them to function as their higher self. And then it becomes a domino effect. Someone else says, I need to find my higher self and connect with it. Children said, hey, mom and dad, hi, I'm a higher self. How are you? Mom and dad, all you need to do is do this. In fact, come on into the garden. I'll show you. Touch the ground. How does that feel? And the parents said, that feels unique. He said, yeah, now you're your higher self. Let's all go out and play as our higher self. Stay connected and be open for your higher self, and you shall be well. So that we do not keep you long, Akhenaten's here. This thing called life is truly amazing. This thing called life, you are the creator of it. You have put all the people in place to play all these different roles, just like a theater. You're the star, then you got the co-star, then you got the so-called nemesis, then you got the people who are sitting in the audience applauding you, getting you hyped for this performance. Then you got the director, and you got the producers, and you got all these other people. But you're the one that's creating all of that. What I want you to realize, you are man, woman, and child of the sun, the great central sun. To us, from the ancient time of Kemet, is Sirius, the A and the B together, but more so the blue star, which is B. Why? Because that's where all the education takes place. That's where all the remembrances take place. That's where your higher self is. That is the great central sun. It was said long ago. People who have been in Masonic orders and so-called Eastern Star orders, they have something in there called a Jacob's ladder. And it symbolizes going on to different realms, the different planes. And what's at the end? Not Jupiter, Sirius. That's everybody going. Everybody going in there to get all the teachings, to get all the keys, and then come back out and share it onto the earth. It comes to mind. It has been said over and over through our group to you. You are a living vortex. You are a living stargate, protected. Can't have people coming in and out, exploring you. Why? Because some people don't know how to put things back. You ever had people come into your home and take stuff and don't put it back, and you go, I gotta like clean up here, I gotta move this around. And then there's some people, we had it in our time too. Nefertiti would tell me, Akhenaten, you're a little too anal here. You don't have to have the copper cup in the same exact location. It doesn't matter if I moved it 3 inches. It's still, you can still drink from it. Is that everybody owns everything? That's what this is about. Everybody owns everything. So don't worry about it so much, especially the material item. Just stay in touch with you, the spiritual being. That's more important than anything else. Do you know when you get up in the morning, you already receiving the thoughts and you're also looking at thoughts and you're also flipping through them and then you're releasing them. This is one of your abilities, you know. You can walk, you can drive, you can talk, you can do all this stuff at the same time. You can filter it, or you can say, you know, there's a information that keeps flowing in here that's not supposed to be here. You can catch that information and plant it somewhere until you're ready to look at it, or you can just let it go by. Or you can telepathically say to the next person, this thing I see is coming in your direction. I just want to let you give you a heads up as to what it is so that you're not alarmed, so that it's not freaking you out, as you all would say. So, the ongoing message from all of us to you, you are a spiritual, divine, immortal being. Start embracing it. Start doing that. It's very, very important to remember that you are this divine being and that you do know everything that you're supposed to know. And if you don't know everything, do not beat yourself up about it. Remembrance takes time. Take care of yourself. Do things that bring joy and laughter. Why? Because you remember it faster. You know, nursery rhymes are designed to help you remember faster. and faster and faster. To be able to take everything that you've learned and turn it into song and dance has a greater impact. Think of all these great entertainers. If they just stood out on stage and just talked the verse to you, it would not have any impact. But it has impact when there's music behind it. It has impact when it flows. It has impact when they're moving around on the stage and the band is doing what they're doing. But if they weren't doing anything and they were just saying the word, it would not speak to you. Everything has its own flavor. Everything has its own rhythm. And you're the master of the flavor and the rhythm. You're the chef. Embrace it. Embrace it. And don't forget, you are your higher self. You are an aspect of the divine source. Don't let anybody cut you off from it. They try to make you think that you're cut off. That's the thing. That's why they bombard you with so much stuff going on. Oh, they're fighting over here. Oh, they're fighting over. You're going, oh God, they're fighting, they're fighting, they're fighting, they're fighting. And it's getting you away from yourself. Take a stance. Be your true self, your higher self that transcends all time. Peace, blessings, unconditional love, and much grace to all of you. We're done.
Greetings.
Mm-hmm.
There was talk about transitioning from our bodies. But I'm thinking, you know, I came into this body and it's been a rough ride, as we all know. And since I'm in this body, I'm thinking I would really like to actually really enjoy this gorgeous planet we're on. So, could we maybe talk a bit also about the time when we're actually enjoying this planet? It has so much endless beauty all over it.
Yes. We'll let Akhenaten do this. You are all approaching a moment. When we say a moment, over the next 20, 30 years, where you're going to be spending time creating longevity for yourself, creating youthfulness for yourself. So you'll be like the greats of old, Methuselahs, whatever they are, living 800 years walking around on the planet. But you won't be like this. You'll be like this, looking younger. So the thing that gets you there, in your language, they call it chi. Study chi in any form that you can and make sure you can move it through your body because chi will make you stay youthful. If you look at some of the great masters of martial arts around you, some look very old in their bodies. Some are aging, but they look a little younger. Perfect person. He is known as Montauk Chia. Montauk Chia on earth is 80 something years old, but he don't act it. He don't act like he's 80 in a physical body. He's acting 20, 30, 40 years younger. He may have gained a little weight, but he has a youthful appearance about him. Many people are going to get younger. Therefore, life is extended. And the way to do that is start thinking about that you are already in fourth density, expressing compassion, unconditional. You're doing all of that now. You're living from that frequency of fourth dimension now. It was mentioned earlier, speak it into existence. That's fifth dimension. Listen, speak it into existence. Keep speaking. The more you speak, the more you think, the more you're formulating this new world for you. Not everybody's going to get it at the same time, but it's going to be done. Some people think, "Oh, I need another 30, 40 years." No, you need another 30, 40 weeks, really. You don't have to make it so long. Just start playing into it. That's why we say have fun, act like a child. Children would explore wide open with the heart, and they're making it happen now. See, you're going to become very, very magnetic. This world is a beautiful place because it's people like yourself, all of you, who are creating beauty. Where? In the mind and in the heart and in the body. When you create that beauty, that consciousness, you start seeing everything differently. You start looking at an ant and say, "Oh, that ant is beautiful." And say, "You are beautiful too. Thank you for not stepping on me today." And you talk to the ants. How did you all get inside my house? Well, you got sugar elements in here, that's why we came. Well, we're gonna go shortly. We just picking up a few sugar particles and taking them back down where we go. And the bee is going to say, "Oh, I'm just showing up because you got the fragrance that I need here. But I'm going to take that fragrance and I'm going to find to match it with the flower and I'm going to pollinate it where it has to be. I'm going to take it where it has, because it's all over my body, you see. I'm in the plant, it's all over my body. You can stay here as long as you want. There's going to be those on this physical third D world thinking just like you see in the news. And overlapping it is those of you who are moving into the fifth dimensional realm and experiencing and communicating. So beauty is going to be around you. That's why you have this feeling, I got to take a walk into the woods. I got to plant some crystals. I got to pick up some things. I got to put some flowers out in my residence. You could be a person who's never grown a thing in your life, and you meet somebody and say, "I have this gift for you." And the person goes, I don't have a green thumb. And the plant's going, "You don't need a green thumb. Just put me in the sunlight, please." I do the rest. And everything does what it's supposed to do. You can live here as long as you want, but you're going to raise your consciousness into higher realms of consciousness so that you will pull the light into this world and it'll be more 5D. That's going to be all over the place. Each one of you is a living portal, a living stargate. Do you know you can look at this sun and go past this sun into Sirius, the blue star, and say, "Okay, what else do I need to do down here so 5D kicks in my neighborhood, in my county, in my state?" And then you go back in memory into the Akashic that is there and connect with the Akashics on the inside. You go, "Oh, I see. Ah, I need 3 gemstones." You go back home and you get them. Now you work with them. And because you had the thought of the 3 gemstones, is already in motion. Some people say, "Oh, you're not going to be living in a 5D world because in the 5D world, you wouldn't be here." No, you're still here in the 5D. When you're in the 5D, you're still here because you're able to describe everything. It's when you move out of fifth dimension into sixth and higher, that's when you're in the light body format. But you do have a form. And those who are in that frequency can see that form, and others don't see it. Those that go into the 5D very strongly, very soon, the people in 3D don't see you. In fact, this is how you know that you're there. Your neighbors will say, "I haven't seen you in a long time." And you're saying, "I just saw them yesterday." But then you go, "I'm in 5D. I'm functioning on 5D because they don't see me. They can't see me, but I can see them." And when you're like that, you go into a higher frequency that says, "I'm gonna stay home today. I'm just gonna do some studying, and then I'm gonna catch the bus or the subway or the car, go do what I got to do. Why? Because your higher self is leading you to what? Go into the zone where higher self is working. So you meet other people in higher self. You go shop, other people in higher self. You say, well, they don't talk too much here. Well, they're not supposed to. What are they doing? Anchoring. So that you can come in and do what you need to do and then move on. Everybody's anchoring somebody somewhere. And you might find yourself stepping out your house and meet the mailman and they give you the mail and you realize he's an anchor. He's on the block a little longer than he normally is. His higher self has him anchoring your side of the neighborhood. Then he gets in and he pulls off. Then FedEx shows up, another anchor. UPS shows up, another anchor. Everything is anchoring. You can be here as long as you want, and you can leave whenever you want to leave. But if you're going to stay a long time, you must pay attention to longevity, how to make your body acclimate to the energy, because you're going to look youthful. People are going to say, do you have an older brother and sister? I could have sworn I met that older brother and sister, and it's you. And no sense explaining it. You're going to confuse them. Also, it's me, Christina. No, no. Because you're going to confuse them. Because they go, no, you're not Christina. You must be Christina's sister. You must be Tina or Diana. You're going to go, oh, I get it. They're not there yet, and it's okay. But I'm here. Keep going.
Thank you very
See,
much.
there will be a point with this physical form when you reach that height in your consciousness, they will tell you, okay, it's going to look like you passed away, but you didn't. You're out of the zone in another zone, and you got this physical form on a higher plateau with you because you created it anyway. You're going to say, I don't want a new car. I'll just take this car and I'll tune it up and drive off into a higher frame. That's what you're going to do. That is the answer.
Thank you very much. Also for all the previous very encouraging messages.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else? We like to say that we enjoy being here because it reminds us that we are fulfilling our work as we should. It is always good to connect with like-minded beings. And we all remember there was the time when we had all of this, we were experiencing, you have nobody to talk to. As we say in our terms of ancient Egypt, we didn't have anybody to knock it off with. We just had the priesthood that was trying to say, no, you're not letting this stuff out. Because you let this stuff out, you're going to create something called freedom. And we don't want people to be free. And it's the same concept right now. All the craziness is designed to confuse people so they don't step into their true self. See, the wealthiest person is not the 1%. The wealthiest being on the planet is the one that has nothing but love. That love, that grace, that compassion, that understanding is what draws in true light, true forms. People are awakening. They will continue to awaken. It appears to be difficult. This is why we say, okay, be aware of news media, but don't constantly replay it because that'll get into your consciousness and block you, and then you forget to move forward. Be like you call your fur babies. They ain't reading the news. They reading you. That's why they jump in your lap. Why are you on the computer so much? Why are you watching TV so much? I want to go out. I want to explore. I want to be walking through nature. I want to run through puddles of mud to try to get you to change and to go higher and higher and higher. What you want to do is live a youthful life. It takes a lot of energy because this physical body is trapped in this 3D world, from medication to old stuff you're not supposed to be putting in there. So it takes a while to bring it back to herbs and everything else. But we will applaud you. You're doing a great job. Again, don't be hard on yourself. Applaud yourself. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Question, comment?
Lots of wisdom came through. Thank you.
You never know how it's coming. You just let it come. And hopefully be open enough to receive it. That's the beauty of the work. You never know who's showing up.
Oh, resonates with me.
One more thing. Mother Grace says, play your favorite music and dance to it. Just don't sit in your house listening to it. Get up and dance. Don't worry about how you dance. It's that old phrase. Sing like nobody can hear you, dance like nobody can see you. Just dance, just sing, just hum. Because music is another part of the thing that gets you where you have to go. Even if it's just on, said 108 times, or repeated for 108 minutes, just constantly coming back to it. All these tools help you. And if you want to have greater longevity, speak it. Get up every day. I'm youthful. I'm younger. I feel young. In your head, state it. Oh, I remember when 1980 something I was doing this, things were running smooth. Well, your higher self says, well, what do you want to do? You want to relive that, or you just want the energy of that? So you say, I just want the energy of it. So be it. There you go. Let's go do it. Go do what you got to do. And then you're out there doing it. And people come upon you and say, you look so different today. You are, because you programmed yourself to be different. See, we're the ones that are in control, not anyone outside yourself. Create, create, create. Paint, draw, sculpt, knit, sing, dance, cook something different. Or go someplace and let someone cook it for you and enjoy the ambiance of being served. We do what we need to do to be the joy that we need to show into this world. And you're going to show it, and you're going to demonstrate it, and you're going to be well. And as Mother Grace would say, next. Just laugh and enjoy. Don't worry so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.